Alright guys, what is going on? We're here with the Impact on Pop review and reactions for Hardy's Revenge, as the show was titled, for the second time this year. We'll talk about the main event when it comes time. The for opening thing was EC3 and Drew Galloway in the ring, and that was awesome to see. When you have two guys in the ring with Drew Galloway as pretty good on the mic, and then you have a guy like EC3 who was really good on the mic in the same, it's good. Then when you bring out a guy like Lashley who's okay on the mic, and then you bring out the best talker in the business, I don't even care, Eli Drake, dummy, yeah, and that was just insane. Which they set up a match where Bobby Lashley says if they set up a tag team match, if Galloway and EC3 win, they get Lashley in the championship match, but singles, well, and if they lose, Lashley's tag team partner gets a championship match. And Eli Drake said, well, this is titled as the Dream Team versus Dummy, yeah. I'm like, let's go. Just, I won't, they need to make an app where all you hear is dummy, yeah. I think I would just, somebody says something stupid, just right there, dude, just shut up. Probably what I just said stupid, but I don't give a fuck. Our opening contest, the tag team match, EC3 Galloway versus Eli Drake and Bobby Lashley, was good. It was a good way to start off TNA. The whole segment was good, in which EC3 and Galloway win, and the whole time they're really not on the same page. Like, they got lucky with the win. They hit the 1%er on Eli Drake, and they hit the Claymore kick on Eli Drake, but the whole time Bobby Lashley, after they hit the 1%er, EC3 moves out of the way and gets caught with a spear from Lashley, but there's Galloway with a clothesline over the top rope. Galloway gets the pin, 1, 2, 3. So after the match, we get back from commercial, obviously, and it's a couple, 30, 40 minutes after that, but we'll talk about it all in one thing. Bobby Lashley's in the back talking to Dixie, and Dixie says, next week in the main event, triple threat, EC3, Galloway, Bobby Lashley, and I swear I'm ready for that match. That's going to be good. Those three are insane. Bobby Lashley versus Drew Galloway, the two times we've seen it already, have been pretty good matches. EC3, Bobby Lashley, still waiting to see that, and I think it'd be insane. EC3 Galloway would be insane. So this whole main event thing right now is good. I like it. But it started off this week's show. So I was like, okay. We got the Hardys in the main event, which I'll talk about that later. Then we had it was like Decay come to the ring, and they're recruiting somebody, and they bring out Bram, and my first thoughts were it does work, but Bram, I don't see Bram wearing makeup. Like, Bram's crazy as shit, and he's really good. I just don't see him wearing makeup, and that's basically why he turned him down. He goes, yes, you are probably pretty hot or whatever, and I just don't do makeup, and I'm not a freak. And Rosemary said, get him, and they freaking killed Bram. I mean, beat the shit out of Bram. Like, you don't call the Decay creeps. Freaks. Like, that's insane. And that whole thing was awesome. Oh my gosh. I didn't know who Decay was going to face after they beat Bromans at Slammiversary. But now I think it's going to be pretty cool to see what they do with the whole Bram situation and who's next in line for the Tag Team Championship match. Now, our next match was Marty Bell versus Jade. This match was a hard-hitting knockouts match, to be honest. Like, they beat the shit out of each other, and they have good chemistry together. Of course, they were tag team partners for so long in the Dollhouse, so I had no problems thinking that they were not going to have good chemistry, which they did. But the freaking deadlift German by Jade was awesome to see from a knockout. Like, that was pretty cool. But And then when Jade had Marty on her shoulders and just fucking slams her into the ring apron, that was pretty fucking cool. Like, they destroyed each other. Marty ultimately steals the victory by bringing out the nightstick again. And it was 1, 2, 3. Marty wins. She steals another victory. And I was alright with it, to be honest. I was like, okay, yeah, makes sense. It extends the rivalry. And that's what you want to see. You want to see them go at it as much as they can. And now we go to... we get to see what the hell's going on between Dixie and the Miracle and Maria, which Maria's talking about how shit she wants some answers. Here comes Dixie, but she's not alone. She brings Billy Corgan, and Billy drops the pipe bomb and says that he thinks Dixie should take a leave for a couple weeks. And it's basically set up like he wants to run the show. And well, Mike Bennett says he's won 99.9% of the time, and that's true. I think he's only lost like once, and that was to EC3. So yeah, and he wants to be in the main event at Destination X. He wants to cash in option C, but he doesn't have the X Division Championship, and that's how you cash in option C. So Billy Corgan sets up a match, and I for one was excited for this match, and they didn't disappoint. But Mike Bennett trying to be an X Division star, he tried to take a jump off the top rope, and he slipped and fell. Obviously that was on purpose for the match, because he tried to be an X Division star, but it was pretty funny, and he actually wins. Like, wow, Mike Bennett's the X Division champion. The match was good. It shocked me that they took the title away from Eddie that quick. It was about like 2 weeks, basically. Now, I'm alright with Mike Bennett winning as long as he keeps it till Destination X. Now, if they have, I'm pretty sure they're going to have another match. And I'm hoping Mike Bennett wins, just so they don't flip-flop back and forth on the title so much. That's like the main thing I have a problem with the X Division. The matches are good. This one actually had this one got the right amount of time for them to have a good match. So, like, that's the main problem with the X Division. They swap titles so much. There's never really a real rivalry. The last real rivalry we had was actually Trevor Lee and Eddie Edwards. So now to see this, will this go into a rivalry between Mike Bennett and Eddie Edwards all the way up until Destination X? If one of them cashes in option C, whoever has the title when Destination X happens. That's interesting to see. I just think they could have waited maybe another week to take the title off of Eddie. But this match was good. Mike Bennett actually wins. And this is one of those cases where they're setting up a superstar in the X Division like they've done since the beginning of TNA and try to boost him up with the X Division Championship. Then once he gets back to the main event picture, wow, he's going to have momentum. And I think that's smart. Just my thing, why do they have to take it off of Eddie that quick? Mike Bennett's fine with the championship as long as he keeps it for a while as well. That's my thing with that. Now we have Braxton Sutter come to the ring, and he's against this weird looking dude named Balam. He's an indie guy, of course, but he's like a mass wrestler, and he probably would be crazy to see in the X Division. But he faces Braxton Sutter, and here comes probably the best heel in TNA, and that is Rockstar Spud. And he's the best. He is insanely good on the mic, and when he comes out there saying that he is sitting back there doing nothing, he's tired of these people like this nobody who needs to go back to the indies, he said, get opportunities when he's back there sitting in the back. And I'm like, let's go, Spud, tell him. And so they have the match, and it was pretty good. Braxton Sutter's, that kick he hit on Spud was nasty in the corner. That sets up into the flatliner. Like, that boot was just fucking nasty. And Spud sold the shit out of it too, so it just looked a lot worse. Oh my gosh. But Sutter gets the win in a quick match. I think they could have given him a little bit more time, but of course the main event took up a lot more of the time, obviously. But after the match, Spud goes, he belongs here, and just shakes his hand. and kicks him right in the sack, dude. It was like, ooh. When that happened, it was like, ooh, okay, yeah, that looks like it hurts. But and then he rips out, takes the belt, slaps him a couple of times with the belt, and I'm like, okay, Spud's. That's when I just officially Spud's the best heel in TNA. You've got Matt Hardy, you've got Bobby Lashley, you've got Mike Bennett as really great heels, but I mean, Spud tops them all to me. He's that heel in the X division that you're like, let's go. You know, you got Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett and Gregory Helms, but whoever comes out with the X Division Championship after Destination X needs to feud with Spud. I think that would be awesome to see. So that's pretty much the whole show up until Hardy's Revenge. And the match was alright. I didn't want to see it, to be honest with you guys. I wanted the end of this rivalry to be at Slammiversary. They had a good match at Slammiversary, so I thought, okay, this is it. No, fix out this deal. I was not invested in this matchup. They did have some good spots, like really cool spots. Jeff Hardy never disappoints. Matt Hardy's always been, you know, alright in the ring. So, you know, they had some good spots. The side effect onto the chair looked like it fucking hurt. The Swanton Bomb and like the two freaking Twist of Fates, and Matt Hardy still kicks out. So when Jeff hit the Twist of Fate, and sets Matt Hardy up on the table, sets up a chair on top of him, then puts another table, then I get invested into the match. I'm like, okay, I didn't think they were going to pull this out after a crazy match at Slammiversary. Jeff set the ladder up on top of the rope. On the top rope, he brings the ladder, sets it up, climbs all the way to the top of the ladder, jumps off and with a splash through two tables, crushing Matt Hardy. 1, 2, 3. And Jeff wins again. I thought Matt was going to win this one. Jeff has won the 3 matches straight now. This makes me think that they're going to have another match and Matt Hardy's going to win. Sadly, I don't want to see it again. This match didn't have me invested. They had the one thing that got me invested was at the end, and that was an insane spot from Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. Like, the match was alright, it's just I wasn't into it. I just think we've seen too much of this now. I think you could put up different matches now and have guys that you haven't got to see yet, like Marty Rocket and Caleb Conley. Where the hell are they at? Probably I think it'd be okay if they debut at Destination X, since it's the X Division pay-per-view, basically, and that's what they do. So I think that makes sense. But we could have seen more people out here. We could have seen Tires out here. James Storm, the Tribunal. We got to see the bromans in the back, which was a pretty funny segment. I don't know what's going on there, but we could have seen different people out there in that spot. Possibly the tag team match in the main event. I just think that this has got to end. I'm pretty sure people out there read the spoilers. I don't read them. Don't freaking tell me. But just really think that this should have been the end. Hopefully, we don't have to see this again. Jeez Louise. The matches are always good, but I just think it's time to end the rivalry. I don't want to see this for a fourth straight time. I don't think they can top any more of it, to be honest. There's no way. Jeff Hardy's done practically everything he could. He jumped off the freaking that big ass staircase. They had a crazy match at Slammiversary. Then this tonight. I mean, there's no way he can top that anymore. So that is my Impact review for Hardy's Revenge 6/21/16. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Comment. Let me know what you thought of TNA, and if you just think the same way I do and say that they've got to give this rivalry and just end it now before it gets too crazy and people are tired of it, because I'm, for one, I'm already tired of it. Pretty sure a lot of people are already tired of it, but I think what they're trying to do is, I guess, bring in more people to watch, since people like the Hardy so much. That makes sense, but I think it's got to be the end of the rivalry. So like, subscribe, and comment. I am out. Thank you so much for watching.